Hey guys, my name is Gabriele, and I'm the author of The Ultimate Guide to Marketing Your Gym. Today I want to talk to you about the 4 most important numbers that you need to be tracking at your gym. Now I'm going to keep this as simple as possible, and here's what I want you to do. I want you to envision you driving your car, and you're driving your car down the road, and where it usually tells you how much gas you have, there's nothing there. Okay, where it tells you what radio station that you want to play, it's not there either. And if it tells you anything to do in terms of the speed and how fast you're going, it doesn't say that at all. And the reality is, when you're driving your car and you don't have any of that information, well, you lack certainty. You're not sure what's going on. You're not sure what's going on with the gas. You're not sure how much longer you can drive. You're not sure what the radio station situation is. You're not sure how fast you're going, so you might get pulled over. And there's just like all this uncertainty that would happen if that was the case, right? And that's how a lot of gym owners run their business. A lot of gym owners run their business kind of flying blind, right? They're flying blind because they don't know what actually is happening, what actually is going on. And so, since they don't know what's going on, the anxiety that they have with their business really increases. And it really doesn't need to, because it's running your business based on emotion versus what's actually real and what's happening. And the numbers that you're tracking, the data that you're actually tracking, is the truth teller in your business. It is the thing that tells you if you're winning or losing. It is fact. Data and numbers are fact. So sometimes people get into this habit of, I feel like we have a retention problem, or I feel like our marketing is not working, or I feel like this. And the reality is there should be no feeling in this, right? It's either on track, right, in terms of relative to your goals, or it's off track. And what you need a tool to help tell you that. And so when I work with the gym owners that I coach, we're always talking about the scoreboard, right? And the scoreboard, because if you were to play a game, you don't know the outcome of the game if there's no scoreboard, right? It's like, trying to play a game with no scoreboard. It's like, it's boring, it's like you're not into it, right? And but if there's a scoreboard, you can get into it and you can compete and try and win, right? And that's what, a lot of gym owners that I come around, they want to win, they want to be successful, right? But they don't know what actually success is. And the numbers on your scoreboard are very important for you to implement into your business. So I'm going to give you the 4 most important ones. But before I tell you the 4, what I want to tell you that this is different from your financials. Okay? And the way you can think about it is this, is when a coach, think of a basketball coach, right, trying to watch the replay of a game, right? He's watching the videotape, right, the film of the game. And he's watching the film of the game, and the game's over. So he's watching this, and the financials happen after the month is over. Just like the game is happening when he's watching the film, it's over. So you running your business based on what the money and the financials are saying, it's kind of like the coach watching that video and trying to make changes in the outcome of the game. The answer is you can't. You can't make any changes to the outcome of the game. The game's over, right? And so what you need to do is you need to track things before they happen to be able to dictate what happens financially, right? And so the equivalent of the coach would be like, all right, you just got shellacked and they just went on a 10-0 run. Coach calls timeout. And he's like, all right, we're stopping the game right now, and I want you're out, you're back in. We're going to change this offense, or we're going to do it. You can make changes on it. And what these numbers that I'm going to tell you about today, there's 4 simple numbers. These are called leading indicators, okay? And what leading indicators are is they are numbers that will, if they're on the right track, will lead you where you want to go. And if they're off track, they will lead you to where you don't want to go. Okay? So that's why this is super important that you're looking at these numbers on a weekly basis. I can't stress this enough. I bang this into my head of my mastermind members all day long and all day long and all day long. And even though I've been preaching to them for 5 years, I still preach out to them. You gotta look at this. You gotta look at this data every week. You can't look at it when you have a feeling. You can't look at it when you have an emotion about this thing's off or this thing might be off. No, you need a set time. So my gym and my business, we look at it every Monday at 12 o'clock. Every Monday at 12 o'clock, we're sitting down and we're looking at these 4 numbers that I'm going to unpack for you today. Okay? So here are the 4 numbers. There are how many leads you got, right? They are how many of those leads showed up, whether they're some kind of a trial that they bought or a consultation that they sat, whatever, something where they did something to take the next step with you, whatever your next step is. And then the third is how many new contracts you signed, right? So how many new contracts from them. And then the 4th number is what your retention was. How many clients did you lose? And this is an interesting one. You know, someone with 100 members should expect to lose around 3 clients a month, but that's something you want to track, because a lot of times, you know, you go through this period of like, you have 1 bad month and it's like, oh, you know, we got to change everything. We got to change the training and fire all the trainers and do all that, and you start to react emotionally when you could be right on track with what you should be losing, right? So those are the 4 numbers. How many leads you got? How many trials or consults you got? How many members, new members, that people that wrote you a check or handed you a credit card, right, and are on, you know, monthly, you know, billing? And then how many did you keep? How many of those did you keep? Because at the end of the day, you can look at businesses: getting clients, keeping clients, getting clients, keeping clients, getting clients, keeping clients. And these are the 4 numbers, right? These are the 4 numbers that help you get clients and keep clients, right? And so the first one is your leads, right? And you know what I look at for my marketing person that does the marketing for me, that's their main job. Their main job is to generate a certain amount of leads, and we have a goal set for what we want to do. And your goal should be relative to the amount of business that you want to be doing by this time next year or in 12 months from today, right? So some of you have goals of 10 members a month, some of you have goals of 20 members a month, some of you have a goal of 5 members a month. Whatever your goal is, the amount of leads you need should dictate the amount of clients that you want to get. So that's where you would get that number. But the leads are the performance of your marketing, right? This is the performance of your website, the performance of your Facebook ads, the performance of your emails, the performance of any print marketing that you're doing, the performance of your joint ventures, the performance of the things that you're doing to generate more leads would be the measure of this number. So if you're in charge of it and you're measuring your success on how you're doing, right, you're responsible for that number, right? In my business, Daniel runs the marketing, he's responsible for that number. And I put the ownership on him to make sure that that number gets delivered. But we're looking at it every week, and we never let a week go by where we don't look at it. Okay? Number 2 is your consultations or trial memberships, meaning how many of the leads that we got came in to do something, right? It doesn't necessarily need to bought, because we can do free stuff. Really, they kind of start doing something. I don't care if it's just sitting there in the chair and talking to you, or I don't care if it's them trying out for a week or whatever, it doesn't matter. All right, they did something where they came into the gym and took the next step, right? And what that's doing, that's looking at your nurture system, right? That's looking at, hey, who's answering the phone? Who's answering the text messages? How well are they doing that? And are they doing that in an effective way? Or are people like, no, I'm not really interested, right? And so that's how you would measure that part of your business. You would measure that part of your business by looking at that number, right? That's really, really important data point. Okay. 3rd is the amount of conversions, right? How many of those people that sat in the consultation room or tried the free trial out or tried the free week out or tried the 30-day out, whatever, right? How many of those people bought? Right? How many of those people actually signed up for a membership at your gym? And you want to track that number. You want to know, right? How many people are enjoying the product? And you know, you could put that number on a salesperson. You could put that number on, you know, your trainers who are actually doing the training, because a lot of times people just test drive things and you let the training do the talking. But that is how well people, when they get there, right, are they liking it? Do they want to sign up? Okay. And the last number is, and this one's on your trainers, right? The last number is, are people staying? Right? Getting clients, keeping clients. Are they staying? Are they staying for a long period of time? Or are they ducking out after a month? Right? They're staying for a month, they're staying for 3 months, and then they're, I'm not really into this, so I'm out. Right? and you should start to see a trend there. And so this is how, knowing these numbers, this is how you figure out what problems do you solve. Sometimes people think they have a retention problem. Sometimes people think they have a marketing problem. Only the data really can tell you where to go and what you need to fix. And when you can embrace these numbers and not run and hide from these numbers, you're going to have more control of your business. You're going to be more certain when you run your business. And you're going to have a better business because you're going to be committed to the thing that's telling you the truth. So I'll leave you with this. This is a really, really important thing for you to do weekly. I can't stress enough. Sit down every week. I don't care if you're a one-man band and it's just you. It's just sit down. Now there's more numbers that I look at in my gym. There's more numbers that my clients doing over $1 million look at. But at base level, right? At base level, when in doubt, these are the 4 numbers you need to track. And set goals for these 4 numbers. And go out and hit those goals. Like, go out and win. Go out and try and exceed. And if you have 7 goals, there's 7 leads that your goal is, like, go out there and get 7. And you get 7 next week, go out and get 8 the next week. Like, commit to this. Commit to this. And I promise you this, the commitment to the scoreboard will change your business. And when you change your business, you're going to change your life. So hopefully this was helpful. There is a chapter on the scoreboard in this book called The Ultimate Guide to Marketing Your Gym that I wrote. I can't remember what page it's on, but I don't know what page it's on. Oh, here it is, page 27. So it's on page 27 where I go over the scoreboard. So if you want a copy of this book, you can just go to vincesfreebook.com and you can get a free book. We'll ship you out a copy. Just cover shipping for us. Appreciate that. Thank you. Just go to vincesfreebook.com. You can read the chapter on page 27 that goes a little deeper into what I talked about today. But guys, this is important stuff. Like, this is like something that, if you're going to call yourself a business owner and you're going to call yourself a gym owner, these are the basic things that you need to be doing. And tracking these 4 numbers, it's going to change the game for you. So hopefully this was helpful. vincesfreebook.com, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks so much.